Hey there, this is Katherine Cartwright. Welcome. I am sharing a new card kit from Stamps of Life. This is the July one-of-a-kind collection card kit, and here is everything that you're going to get. There are these cute puffy stickers here with little chips on them. There's a roll of washi tape. There's some epoxy dots and a word die, one of a kind. And then, of course, there's the paper pad. There's some stickers. There's A1 reverse card base. I'll get to that in just a second. And then I'm going to show you there's a storage pocket. Here's that cute card base. It's a smaller one, A1. It's got two large word dies on there. And then here's the storage envelope that you receive with the envelopes for all of your cards. And then the cardstock. So we've got powdered sugar, twig, ginger snap, midnight, a dark blue. I think that's probably strawberry. That might be mustard. That's a newer color to me. Lemonade or sunshine, and then the blue on there is probably sky. So it's written on the front of the paper pad too. It went pretty fast. Sorry about that. And here is the paper pad, double-sided. It works with the chips club set this month that has a little bowl of dip, and then there are all these little chips. And so I'm using the coordinating dies, the Chips Galore coordinating dies, and you can see how they cut out the pre-colored images that have been printed on this paper. Okay, so then you have a bunch of little things to work with. Here's some potato chip paper, and then some fun graphic patterns on here. There's a coordinating die set add-on that you can use for the additional page of this paper pad, but you get 24 sheets and then it just repeats, so there's 2 of each. Okay, and then we move to the next one. All right, so let's get started. I've got some quick cards here that I'm going to make, and I'm using the cute little puffy bag of chips. There were some add-on items. There's a little chip bag that will cut like a little potato chip bag that I got. I haven't had a chance to use it, so I'll be sure and make a video with that. It's really cute. So I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do here. I've trimmed this down. All of my cards, except for the one that's A1, will be an A2 sized. So I've got some of the pattern cardstock here cut to 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm just adding a little strip of here on the bottom of the potato chips that are so cute. And then I will layer this onto my card base. My finished card, like I said, will be A2, which is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. And I'm just going to stick this big bag of chips on the front of my card. And again, it's a little puffy sticker. So there's a little bit of dimension, but not too much. And then I'm going to use this little sticker, Find Joy in the Simple Things. So very cute little sentiments on there included. And then I've got all my little pieces cut out. I'm going to use some epoxy dots here. And I hope you're having a great summer. It has been hot, hot, hot. I know I say that pretty much, it seems like, lately every video, but it really has been hot. We were traveling recently, and the place we went, it was very, very hot too. So we were prepared for the heat. There was not a lot of humidity though, which is different than us. We have a lot of humidity. And so it makes a difference not to have it. It's still hot. Don't kid yourself. It's still really warm. But it's more manageable when you're not dripping completely in sweat. Although I think one of the days it was a little humid and we were pretty sweaty. So just be sure and hydrate. That's the big tip, is don't forget your water. Okay, so I'm using this cardstock here. I'm going to cut this in half to make a card base. And I'm pretty sure this cardstock is Sunshine. I'm not sure. I thought it may be. There's Lemonade too, but this one's brighter than Lemonade. So I'm pretty sure this is Sunshine that's included in the kit. And I thought that may be Sky, but this is not Sky. This is probably Pool, the brighter blue from Stamps of Life. So I'm just trimming this down, and then I can put this card together. These are really pretty quick cards. I didn't do too much technique on this because they just, with all the pattern paper, they're really, really cute. I didn't have to spend a ton of time, but you can make with these big stickers on here. You can use this to quickly create your cards. All right. And I have one more bag left, and the little potato chip over there is so cute with his little hands kind of on his hips almost. All right, so let me finish this one up, and I will move on to the next one. And like I showed you, and I'll use it in a second, the A1 card die kit that's included, the set of that is a great value. If you're familiar with the card kit, Stephanie's been adding A1 dies to it, and I've really been enjoying those for sure. Okay, so there is that for this one. I'm going to put a sticker in here, I think. Just trying to peel that off, but I can't decide. So I'm just going to leave that one as is. All right, here is that card base, the A1. I have cut it out, and there's a layering piece on there. I've got Chip, Chip Hooray, and Happy B-Day. Those are the words that were included in this die set. And I'm just going to add these some foam to the back of this to pop this up. And then I can lay this onto my card. So it has the little kind of notched corners on this one for a little bit of interest. All right, and I meant to do this on camera, but it doesn't look like I did. I took 2 of the Happy B-Day word dies, the red and the white, and I just kind of offset them a little bit to add a little bit more interest to that die. And then I just pop that up. So it's just a quick, easy way. It doesn't have to be perfect. You just kind of offset it a little bit, and it gives you this cool effect. All right, so I'm going to put Chip, Chip Hooray on the inside of this card. And it's got that. I really, really like the Happy B-Day, the big word die. It takes up a lot of space and helps you make really quick and easy cards. And I'm just going through my little chips here, trying to decide what is going to fit on here and what I want to do, and just laying those out there. They've got their little guacamole or salsa or something cute on there. And so I'm just trying to lay these out, figuring how I want to decorate my card with this. And so having the dies makes it really easy because you can just print out, die cut, I should say, not print out. They're already printed. Die cut out the little chips. Okay. So I'm just going to glue these directly on here, at least this one underneath. And I've got my happy birthday on there. And then I'm just trying to figure out if I want to add a little bit more. There are these square epoxy dots, and I kind of turned them on an angle. I knew I wanted to add them on there, and I'm just trying to figure this out. And when I kind of turned them, I was like, I don't know if I want them, straight up and down the way they're supposed to be. So I kind of turned them at an angle, and it actually turned out better, I thought, because it kind of looks like confetti a little bit by taking those squares and turning them. So it was kind of a happy little thing there that didn't work out quite right, but I ended up being really happy with the result. And so I'm just laid those on there. It looks a little bit like some confetti. All right. Okay. So I'm just finishing this up. I'm going to add a little bit more on the inside. Got to have one more chip here for the Chip, Chip Hooray. Okay. So that is the second card. And then I started gluing this down on this next one, and I realized I wanted to put some of the washi tape on there. And I die cut the one of a kind from the blue and added that to a piece of white cardstock. And then I'm just going to add this. You can see I had glue on the back of that. I've already had my layer down. But I wanted to add a little bit of sparkle. So I'm just adding that little strip of silver on there and trying to get it straightened up. And then I will glue that down. And I did add a little bit of glue. The washi's not super sticky, as it's not supposed to be really a permanent tape, although it kind of can become permanent over time. So I'm just going to add a little bit more glue on there. And I've got my red card base, and I will layer this onto here. Also have selected a little bowl that has, I'm assuming, I would say some guacamole in there. I love guacamole. I don't hand make it. I usually purchase it because it's just myself and my husband now. And so if I make a big thing of guacamole, there's not enough people to eat it. So I tend to buy it already made. But I do love homemade guacamole. There's nothing better taking that time and creating that. It is delicious. And there are a couple of restaurants that we go to where they have homemade guacamole, and it is so good. All right, so I'm going to glue down the chip on this, the chip bowl, I should say. I've got the one of a kind popped up, and then I did add a little bit of foam to my chips to kind of make them stand off of my card a little bit. It's kind of surrounding that bowl, one of a kind, which is very cute. And then I've got some more of these epoxy dots, and I know they're a little busy, but I actually think it worked out pretty well. So I'm going to try and fit them on there and finish up this card. So I've got this one of a kind, and I had that other sticker that I started with in the beginning that I hadn't used yet. And so I'm just popping out. There's just a little tiny piece of paper in there. And I'm just going to pop that out and add this to the inside of my card. So these stickers make it really easy to finish the inside of your card. One of a kind. Okay? So again, this is just a quick and easy card set today using the Stamps of Life card kit. You've got this awesome base that I'm going to use a lot of. I really, really like the size of it. I've been enjoying the A1s very, very much. And then the happy birthday, you can use that obviously for so many types of birthday cards, not just the kind of chip inspired one. And then one of a kind is that word die that's included in the kit. So be sure and check out the description if you have any questions about the card kit from Stamps of Life. Let me know. And leave me a comment too. Let me know your favorite dip that you like to eat with chips. I would love to know. I'm really curious about that. I would say for me, it's going to be guacamole. So thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.